Hi guys. Um Coming today with a new blog. This time it's a very touchy subject, a subject that it's very complex and we all have very different perspectives on it depending on your culture or your location in the world. I did wanted to start with the background. Personally, my background when it comes to it. I was born a Catholic and I went to church for most of my life until I was like, not most, maybe half, till I was like 13, 12. I got baptized and I did my first communion. I haven't gone around to my confirmation. Still don't know if I'm gonna do it. It depends. Um, when I was about like 13, I stopped going to church with my mom. I used to go to church with her every Sunday. It was like we're supposed to do it, And she's a very religious person still. Um, But we used to go and we used to like fall asleep. I used to fall asleep on her lap. She used to just daze off and fall asleep. So we just decided like, what's the point of going to church if we're not really paying attention? And then on top of that, during those same times, the whole thing of like, priests being rapists came out, and then my mom's definitely like, you know what, I'm not gonna go to church like that no more. Um, I can pray perfectly fine at home, and she's absolutely right. Um, After I stopped going to church, like I was kind of like iffy about religion. I didn't really know what to believe in. I had evidence to believe in anything else, and I didn't have people around me of other religions, so I didn't have like you know other options to believe in. It was just like for a while, it was just like I didn't really believe in anything. I was more on the side that I adopted like kind of like Buddhism in a way where I do believe that self awakening is a way of life, and the only way to self awakening and self enlightenment is through experiences and the spirit itself, not through religious beliefs or other perspectives on the topic that people could tell you. I believe self awakening and self growth is all spiritual and all from yourself, from within yourself, not from any religion, not from anything you can adopt out there in society. Self awakening is from oneself, and I also believe I am my own God in this planet. I believe I control my life absolutely. I believe in the law of attraction. I believe in all of that. I still do. It's just that the topic became a little bit more complex when I started looking into what I wanted to believe in. Because I always say this, if I'm going to believe in something, I have to have a lot of evidence for me to believe in that. A lot. I can't just say that I believe in it because so. And that's what religion is mostly about. You believe in it just because they tell you to believe in it. Religion is a wonderful thing. It brings people together. It it highlights what it is to be a good person for most part. But I just don't like what religion has done to people. I don't like what how religion is abused as like a business. Religion is more like a business nowadays than something to bring people together. I mean, I'm not talking about our religion. That religions vary. All over the world. I just come from a Catholic church, so it was more like boring, and I do believe they make a lot of money off religion, period. No matter what religion it is. I mean, for most part, every religion they ask you for a lot of money either to be part of it or to donate to the kids. Like, you don't really know where that money goes. Regardless, I'm not saying you're wrong for donating money to the church. I actually have a cousin who is 25 years old and she just became a nun, and I love her to death and I respect her choices and stuff. And she calls me all the time to make donations to kids and stuff. And that's cool. It's just that, we're in America and people here make money out of anything. And I can't help but to relate those two. I can't. So, like I said, I believe I'm my own God. I believe I control my own life. And it's all about willpower. It's all about willpower and self control. Um, Another point that I do wanted to talk about was how like atheism, I think it's too like extreme. I mean, you know, it's just another way of believing in whatever it is that you believe in. I just don't like when atheists make fun of the whole like God is an imaginary friend. I think that's very extreme. I don't necessarily believe that. I can't say I do or I don't. I don't necessarily believe that we're praying to one person up there to help us out. I can't say I believe that. But I do believe in praying to the God within you and to the forces around us. The forces of gravity, the forces of antimatter, the forces of love, because that is all God. Everything in this world that comes together and creates a beautiful thing was by God. Regardless if you believe that God is an imaginary friend, or if it's a guy up there looking down on you, or if it's the guy you pray to every night. Whatever you believe in, God is a force. Is the force of all around us. No matter what religion it is, you know? I feel like what God is so out of context to our belief. Like, like you can't explain it to a human mind and they won't really get it all the way. Another thing when it comes to religion, I believe that the Bible, and I'm talking about all Bibles, I believe that's the history of our universe. And it was written in tales. You gotta think about it this way. People back then, they couldn't express themselves like we do. We actually are the smartest people from our civilization in the last hundreds of years. Hasn't been a species as smart as us. So you know, we're more rebellious. We want an explanation for everything, and we want everything to make sense, you know? Back then, when there wasn't like a lot of ways to express yourself, people just wrote tales. The tales of the Bible. The tales of any Bible. The history of the universe. I believe it. I believe it all. I believe all religions. I believe everything. Because everything's real. And of course that it makes sense that there's a tons of religions. This world is big. This earth is big. There can't be the same story for all of us. That's impossible. That'll be too movie-ish. So I do believe there's some truth to every religion out there, and I believe that maybe at first they weren't made to make money. They were just made to bring people together, or to give us an explanation, or to give us something to believe in. But you know what it has turned out to be with the years, it isn't cool, man. Everything nowadays is a business, and it hurts me because I mean, I know money is very important in this world, and you know you could say money is happiness for most part because stability is happiness. But at the end of the day, when you look down at the businesses and how they're making money off you, it isn't cool. Whatever those people are, and like you may say that making money is alright, but you just have to think about it that the people with the most money are the leaders. And yeah, it's a hustle and you can understand it, but you have to think about the fact that they're making riches of people's humbleness, of people's beliefs, and that's what's fucked up. I believe there's one God, and that God also lives within you. Have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror? This happens to me so much, and I just look at myself and I'm like, this is not me. This is not me. This that you see here is not me. This is just borrowed. A borrowed flesh that I'm gonna say bye tomorrow. And then I'm gonna be back to exactly who I am, this person that I'm talking. That's who I am at the end. The force, the fuel that makes this body work. This is exactly who I am. The physical is our context. That's why we have to understand, that's why we understand everything in like a solidness, physical aspect. Because when it comes to spiritual stuff, we don't even want to believe in it because it's just so incredible. But one thing is the truth, is that the spirits out there, the ghosts out there, they're all energy. They're all light. Just like you and me. Because that's what we are. We just happen to have a physical body to walk around with. We just happen to have a flesh. But we're all the same. We're all nothing that you can touch. We're all beings of light. And that's truly, truly what I believe in. That we're all beings of light and we control our own life on this earth. People pray to God, to whoever, to the angels to do stuff for them. And I believe that this energy is there to help us out. But it is all up to us at the end of the day because we are the ones living this flesh. It is nobody else. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and please leave some comments. Let me know what you guys think about all this. And if you have any questions, just holler at me on Twitter and I'll debate whatever there is. Just remember, you're a creature of light. In this life, in this body, it's only borrowed.